Thank you for tuning on in to ESPNF, and it's your man, Echelon. Yes, sir. We back at it, man. These NBA playoffs has been something else. We have been having a couple back-to-back game sevens. Very good games. So let's see what's going on, man. And we still trying to see the outcome of that Harden and OKC game. So we're going to jump into this 9-3-2020 slate for the NBA playoffs. And like I said, with these two-game slates, when you multi-entering, you stack both games. Now, these picks that I'm giving you are just a couple picks from each game, just to put a slate together where, you know, if you're trying to go balance more, if you're not doing a stack, if you do the stack, then you do a balance lineup, then you do a contrarian lineup where you pay up for studs if they're on, if you can. So we starting out with Kemba Walker. I'm looking for Boston to put their foot on their throat and come on out and get this win. They definitely going to be a game. I think in the Toronto and Boston game is more of a game than the LA Clippers and Denver game will be. I'm thinking that will be more of a defensive, kind of slower game. And what's making the Boston and Toronto game more interesting is because they're up 2-0 on the champs, and the champs are going to come out and play their best, their hardest. So I'm looking for a very interesting game, and I'm looking for Kemba Walker to step up as the point guard. He has a decent price on him, but he can hit that. So you're rostering somebody who can hit for that price point, especially if he come out, he wasn't on point, his shots wasn't falling the last game, but he still barely got there. He didn't disappoint in your slate. So rostering Kemba, I think that he could hit and he could give us some X times. And I think in this Boston-Toronto game will be the best versus game between the two. So it's remain to be seen. But I'm expecting Boston and Toronto to play very hard tomorrow, because if Boston goes up 3-0, they basically got it. They got it. Going up against the champs, you want to be 3-0. And the champs are coming out like, hey, no, you're not just about to smack us around like that. So, and I'm looking like Kemba steps up tomorrow. His shots are on. He's driving to the rim. His 3 points are hitting. He's bringing back that return that you're looking for. And possibly Boston going up 3-0. And I'm bringing it right back from the other side. VanVLEET train. Now, you know, riding with VanVLEET, it's been a shit. It's been a shiznit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't think it's time to jump off just yet. Especially with their playoff lights in danger. Because when you 3-0, it's looking ugly. So, VanVLEET, I'm feeling he will be on the court the whole damn game, because they're going to need him out there. And for everything that he do, facilitate, steals, block, rebounds, 3 points, all of that. Then I'm jumping right back and bouncing with Boston, Jaylen Brown for the shooting forward position. And he blew it up last game, and I gave him to y'all. And he's still at a good price point on FanDuel, and he's up there on DraftKings. But for that position and what he can do, he can have a great game and bring that back. And as you can see, he dropped that good pointage outage for his last game. And I'm like I said, the reason why you seeing the Boston Toronto, I think that's might be the most competitive game out of the two. It remains to be seen. Now, you know, sometimes I'm not right on everything, but I'm thinking this might be the better game with Boston 2-0. And power forward, I've given it to you since the beginning. THEIS has been working out tremendously great. You got to have him because he's the value that you pay down for, and it gives you great return on that value. So you got to have him to have those Tatums or, you know, those Kawanis in your lineup. You need to pay. And power forward is a shitty position right now. So, yes, THEIS, please keep holding it down, man, because you definitely making sure everybody, you got Tyson there, you can go get who you want, you're in the green, you know. So I'm looking for THEIS to hold it down, keep putting up that great performance you've been putting up, baby. I've been loving that. I even need to give me a better value return. Give me 10x. I need it. Then for the center, sprinkle. It's like throwing darts at the center. I mean, Russian roulette. It's like roulette. You don't know who the fuck gonna hit with this shitty ass. You gotta pay all the way up for fucking Jokic. You just gonna give you a mediocre ass goddamn performance, or you gotta play any, many, mighty, mo. Zubac, Harrell, all these other trash motherfuckers. Cause you just don't know if Harrell gonna get the fucking minutes. I'm gonna throw it. I'm gonna do a little bit of sprinkle of him. Hopefully he gets the minutes that he's looking for, because he could damn show 10x that fucking value and that price. And DraftKings looking very sweet with 4-4 if he could go ahead and get those minutes. If Doc Rivers fucking give him the minutes. So then we're going into the studs of the night. And I'm looking at Nikola Jokic. He's a great center. He's the best center on the fucking slate. But he costs so much. Will he have a breakout performance? He will have to hit ceiling. Then you already know about Boston and Tatum. He's a check. Then Kawhi, it depending on the usage, and will Denver give Kawhi enough game, enough competitive game for him to come out there and put up those points that he will need. Then we have the values of the night. And then here we have Monte Morris. Don't forget about Monte. He came through last game. Monte's out there. And then you got the Toronto bomb. And, you know, if you just, that's one of those centers, I tell you, any, many, mighty, mo. And then if Patrick Beverly doesn't play, then you know you got your mans over here who could definitely, Reggie Jackson has up and down games. You never know. So thank you for tuning on into ESPNF. I appreciate everything. I appreciate the love that I've been getting. Please like and subscribe. And like I said, on these 2-game slates, you stack both games, and then you just throw in a couple miscellaneous of who you trying to pick from that slate and this slate, mix it in, try to get the best high score. Usually it's going to be chalk up at top anyway. Thank you. It's your main man, Echelon. Yes, sir. And I'm loving this NBA playoffs, and have a great DFS.